forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Remastered. Today it's going to be Snow and Soma here for you today on Circuit Breakers. Very old map, good map. Good map for tanks, but there's no tanks in this matchup because, guess what? It's going to be a ZVP. Bottom left, it's gonna be Soma, and in the top right, gonna be Snow. Two of the best players of the world today. Snow is maybe the best player, but he hasn't won an ASL yet, but hopefully he will win one soon. Because, man, I want to see him win. He is so good with Reavers and drops and all that fun stuff, and Soma has just been around for such a long time. And we will see how he figures out the stuff from Snow and his Reavers. I feel like Reavers will be made today, but if not, you can get a refund for watching this cast that is freely posted to YouTube. All right. Oh, hang on a second. It's going to be a Patreon cast. All right. So, again, this is going to be a Patreon cast for those of you supporting me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. If you're watching this the week of, I don't know, let's say July the 26th or something, hit that like button. Appreciate ya and love ya. And if you're watching this, it's going to be an Overpool opening here. The week of August something, 2024. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with incredible Brood War content featuring players such as these. Okay, man, so Overpool opening here. Not quite scouted yet by PD the Probe. Terry's going to go up and see that there's nothing of Protoss in the top right. And safely, safe enough. Forge coming down. He has no idea what Soma is doing. So that's why this is a Forge opening. Probe says, either it's not a hatch first play, or maybe this is just a scouting drone? Nope. Trying to expand. So this is where Soma is. Snow, you menace. You menace. Shiv it. Why don't... Oh, very nicely done. He did get it. So he knows it's a pool first, because that hatch timing is late if it's a hatch first, and wants to know what's in these eggs. 3 sets of lings. We've got 6 lings here. So, oh boy. Nexus. Boop. Hurry, cannon. Hurry up. Man, good probe control, man. Delaying the hatch. Delaying the lings just a little bit. They're ignoring the probe here, but gross. So third hatch at 300 minerals, sub 3 minutes here from Soma. I said sub 3 minutes. There we go. Excellent. Very good, but nothing doing with these lings. We are cannoned up. We've got probes blocking. Everything is A-okay here from Snow. Ow. Ling dead unnecessarily. And Overpool opening countered because we scouted with this probe. Well done, probe. You are a hero. A hero of Shakuras, the current homeworld of the Protoss. Still scouting. Just making sure that we're making drones instead of lings. Because otherwise, bam, more cannons would be coming down. So, 3 base. Oh, Lair is coming up. And metabolic boost on the way. 100 minerals. Go. Yeah, metabolic boost on the way. So this probe, man. Ooh, nice Ling micro, though. Oh, not nice Ling micro. There we go. Probe down. Probe finally down. And finally, Snow is blind to what Soma is doing. So, immediately, he makes 4 drones. Cybernetics core into a Stargate here from Snow. Into Corsair hunting. All's looking good. Yeah, looking fantastic. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great time this July. It's summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere, as cold as it gets down there in places like the southern part of Chile or Australia or South Africa. I spent some time in Cape Town, South Africa back in 2002, and it got pretty cold down there. It didn't snow, but it was definitely, you know, down around maybe 10 degrees above freezing, so not a good time at all. But beautiful place, Cape Town. If I ever retire, I think maybe I'll try to retire to Cape Town, because it's awesome. +1 Corsairs coming in here from snow. Lings sharking around, trying to get vision up. Overlords running for their gosh darn lives because he knows it's Corsairs. Right? Statistically, it's Corsairs. It doesn't have to be Corsairs, but it probably is. So surprising number of Lings being made here. You're not getting through this. I just don't. If these Zealots, like, leave, then maybe you can run in and get inside the main base, but you're going to lose a bunch of Lings to these cannons. I don't know what this is. Why are these Lings here? If you want to just keep track of what the Zealots are doing, you just need 1 or maybe 2. I mean, you're making 2 anyway. Might as well be 2. But this is way too many. Macro Hatch here at the 3rd base. Macro Hatch at the natural base. Spire coming in. Spire finishing up soon. We'll see if this is Scourge. We'll see if this is Les Mutalisques. The extra Macro Hatches could indicate Mutas, but they're not quite ready to go for that, right? And it's a Hydra Den coming in here anyway, so that indicates we are going to get Scourge. So, Corsair says, yes, it is a Spire. Wonderful. These Lings just not enough to fight these Zealots, guys. They're just not. You need 4 Lings for every Zealot. You're not even close to that. These Overlords are scary, but he knows the Spire is done, Snow knows, so we know Scourge are out, and he's like, I don't want to fight Scourge by myself. If there's like 5 or 6 of me, yeah, let's definitely fight it. That sounds great. Now these Lings are trying to say, are you committing to this Zealot attack? Zealot legs are on the way, but it's not quite ready to go yet. Temple Archives on the follow-up from Snow. Zealot legs, like speedy Zealots, are kind of the key to the mid-game for Protoss, right? They're here to deal with Lings. They're here to deal with Hydras. They do a lot of work against the early game units that Zerg can make. They're not as good against Mutas, but you know, they hold up to Muta attacks fairly impressively. Like, a lot of Protoss things do. They just have a lot of HP and shields and stuff, and Mutas have a hard time getting through it a lot. Except for probes. They can kill probes, because probes are just generally squishy. As the workers are squishy rule indicates, free Scourge are free. Nicely done, Corsairs. What did I say? 1 Corsair scared. 4 Corsairs brave. Braver for sure. That +1 air weapons is finishing up here soon. DT in production. Are there any Sunkens at this base? No, it's just Hydras. It's just Overlords. This could be a big speed lock Corsair attack in here to bust out the Hydras and the Overlords, and then DTs clean up the rest. It's entirely possible, but Hydras and Lings from Soma, he doesn't want these Zealots getting over there. He's like, if I don't let the Zealots get into my 3rd base, I don't actually need to make any Sunkens down there, so that's good for me. He's not wrong. Just kind of meet him in the middle. Maybe your drone count's not quite as happy because you made a lot of the Hydras and things, but oh, the DT, swipe, swipe. Soma immediately hears the swipe sound and says, well, good thing I'm making faster Overlord right now. So I can bring some Overlords along with the group. Corsairs get an Overlord despite Hydras, trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Hydra count getting a little bit too big. Let's see when Snow's going to go for a 3rd base, right? He's got the legs on the Zealots. He's got the Corsairs. He's got the DTs. His ability to throw up a 3rd base is pretty good. Man, does he want Storm to be ready to go before he tries that, though? He might. There are a lot of Hydras out. Hydra just kind of wins against Protoss if they don't get Storm. If you're struggling as a Protoss player in PvZ and you're not getting Storm, just get Storm. You should figure out how to use Storm. Because if you don't, you're just going to lose this matchup all the time. I guess maybe you could like go mass Reaver real fast. That'd be funny. Like just opening Reaver on 2 base every time against Zerg and like trying to win that way. That's not a bad idea against all this Ling Hydra stuff, really. Like Zealot Reaver would be super rad. Probably work at the lower levels of the ladder, but not so much at the professional level. Just because the Mutos would wreck it, right? Zealots out in the middle of the map. Ryan, there you go. This is beautiful. Zealot micro, man. Yeah, not quite enough to wipe out the entire group, and Overlord does die because the Hydras are busy with the Zealots, and protecting their Overlord buddies was not in the top of their mind. He's got 2 kills as the 4th base comes up here. Minerals only for our Zerg player, Soma. So I don't know. I think Soma's doing just fine. However, Storm is done. High Templar are hovering from place to place, and when they start throwing down the storms, then the Hydra effectiveness starts to fall apart. So Hydras have had a nice little first 10 minutes of the game here. Some of them are changing into lurkers. Hydra positioning with these overlords has been pretty good today. For Soma, it's not like an A+++, but it's probably like a B. He's kept overlords alive on a pretty impressive basis, I would say. Looks like Snow wants to take a third base at his minerals-only location, which is cool. You notice this base got taken by the Zerg player on Circuit Breakers. It's because there are no tanks. Because if you take this base as a Zerg player, tanks set up on this ramp and everything dies. And so Zergs will do everything in their power to not take these bases at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock at all. It's kind of incredible. Zealots, ooh, but snuck down here, and they're going after that fourth base. High Templar snipe, pretty good. No, doesn't get the second one. Corsair sniping out Overlords. Everybody's too busy with the Zealots to worry about the Corsairs, so they're going to get Overlord kills. Awesome stuff. Defending the fourth base is actually adequate here. Does he have upgrades? Yeah, oh yeah, +1 attack. Done for these Hydras. 1-1 for the Zealots, and that speed upgrade is pretty fantastic. Lurker defending the third base. Hydras trying to find maybe Overlords. They're just not quite defended, but look at them just hanging out by the Hydras. Someone's doing a great job of this. So now I think we're curious to see when Snow is going to get Reavers. He's getting Kadarin Amulet, which helps the High Templar get 3 storms with full energy at 250, which is... that is one of the better things in all of StarCraft, man. The fact that Storm is that good, and every High Templar with full energy at 250 can throw down 3 storms before they run out, that makes it even better. I think if High Templar could only throw down 2 storms with full energy, it'd still probably be the best upgrade in the game. The best ability in the game. But the fact that you get 3 just puts it deeper into best... Nicely done, by the way. Best ability in the game. What's up, Dan? The DT going to town. This is what Soma cannot handle. He cannot allow this. Oh, just one shuttle wandering into the main base. 13 kills for Dan. And he's just hanging out. It's like, well, that was easy. Snow pushing in here with a ton of Zealots. Corsairs trying to kill Overlords that overextend a little bit here. Where are you going, Overlords? Hydra's trying to chase. Storm's catching them. It's not a supply block for Soma, but it's not good either. This High Templar cannot run fast enough. Yeah. Is he going back in? No. See, because Soma's figured it out. He's got a 13 kill High Templar, but that, or Dark Templar, but that should really be it for him. Not bad. 13 kills, great. Not like game-ending damage High or Dark Templar stuff. Right. Man, if you guys missed Free versus Hero that I posted on the channel on Benzene a couple of weeks ago, it did not get as many views as I thought. It's got Disruption Web in it, and I figured people would be like, D-Web, that's weird. How did Free use D-Web effectively against Zerg? And the answer is, check it out. It's an amazing game. If you missed it, you missed out on an incredible display. Like one of the more incredible things I've never seen before in my StarCraft casting career. And I have like 6,000 games cast, okay? So, check out Free versus Hero. Ask me for a link to the game and I'll link it to you. People know, right? If I ever talk about a game and you're like, oh, I didn't see that one. Can I, your backlog is too big. I can't find it though. Give me a link and I'll do it. Because I read any comment anyone ever gives to me on my channel because I love you all that much. Yeah, I've had people ask, there's an incredible game featuring, I want to say it's Killer and Light or something like that on Troy. It's a weird fun game, which if you know anything about my channel, weird fun games are solidified for games where we get things like Devourers, right? And Ensnare getting tossed down and maybe some Scouts on display, you know? That's what weird fun is all about. And it was one of the weirder fun games I've ever seen. So people asked for that. I gave them the link and they were happy. Anyway, this game, keep waiting for the Reavers. I think I promised you Reavers in this game. And I promised you a refund. But I guess if you're watching this as a patron, I could give you a refund. Because you are technically paying $1 a month to get 4 to 5 Patreon games. Which is like, I guess, a quarter per. But if you're like at the $5 level or the $10 level or like the $50 level, that adds up. So we can come to an arrangement if you don't get any Reavers in this game. How about that? We still have a lot of time to go, though. This game is not over by any stretch, and the slowdown of Soma in this base was huge. Hive coming in, 49 to 49 workers. 4 bases for the Zerg, but 4 bases for Snow. Gonna have to maybe take this base if we are Soma. Maybe take this top left corner. Lurker it up, Dark Swarm it up. The Hive is not done yet, so it's gonna be dicey, but he's not gonna stick on Hydro Lurker forever because the Storm is out. Good Eye Templar snipe and a Storm drop to boot there. Okay, good snipe on the Corsair, and then a premature. It almost makes it sound bad, a premature storm dodge, but it was just an anticipation storm dodge, I guess is the better way to describe it, right? The Hydra's knew a storm was coming, they anticipated it, and they got out of the way before the storm killed all of them. Looks like, yes, looks like this is up this left side is what we're going to see there. Lings getting Adrenal, not quite there yet. I'm going to guess they have 0 upgrades. 0, 0. 0, 0 Speedlings, everybody. Kind of not the greatest units in the world. They're 2-1 Zealots, so yeah. Defiler Mound coming in. Soma knows what he needs to win this game. Why is this drone? Doesn't have the cash to expand here yet. Too busy making stuff like 12 Hydras at a time. High Templar are trying to pursue those, or the Hydra is trying to pursue the High Templar, and the Zealots swing around, shut them down. Lurkers getting some free spines off. Obs are a little bit back here. They don't want to engage there. God, these Lings had any attack upgrades. Okay, they kill the High Templar though. They're not killing the whole base with that. Oh, Zealots make it up to this top left and deny that base. Snow's getting some work done, friends. He shuts that group down there. He denies this 5th base attempt by Soma at this top left while he is happily on 4 bases himself and maybe, yeah, going to expand down to a 5th base at the 3 o'clock position. This is good. Snow dictating this game, owning map control. That Overlord died before he could do anything. These Lings have Adrenal. 2 High Templar get sniped. A lot of the damage was because they stormed themselves rather than die to Lings, which is a mood, I guess. Consumes on the way. This base doesn't exist. There's nothing to kill here. Maybe. Okay. So, like, generally, against Protoss, you want to expand to the low ground on a map like this, but I guess you can take the top left as Snow decides to march up this high ground. Sniping a Lurker. No, Snow falling back a little bit. Consume is almost done. The time of the Dragoon is not forever. Wow. All right. These Zealots know they're all going to die, but they kill a Lurker egg anyway. All right. That was neat. Dude, this guy alive. It's a 1-1 Adrenaling. He can do anything. Wow. All right. So 5th base coming up top left from Soma. Later than he wanted it to, but it's pretty good. This 5th base of Snow at the 3 o'clock is going fine despite the presence of this 1 Zergling, and he's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Plague's coming in. Get some Dark Swarm on top of these Lurks. Here we go. This is where Snow is going to be very careful. More DTs coming in and another shuttle. I think he wants another DT drop. How did he just walk the... I think he just walked these guys through those Lurkers, y'all. Dark Swarm! It's here. Dragoons are like, peas. And a Plague, too. Ready for this? Plague. Nope, Dark Swarm. Huh. Oh, Plague's not done yet. Lol. Hatchery bleeding. Saved. Dragoon's not leaving the Dark Swarm, which I find concerning. Lings are like, we'll get in there. We'll handle it, Dad. Let's take down these Dragoons. Zealots fighting in there too, but these are Adrenalings. They're much better than they've been for the first 19 minutes of the game. Thanks to that. There's the Plague. Harder to see on these red units, but definitely catching some Plagues here. Big time engagement. Hydra's dealing with the Zealots. Once the Zealots are gone, the Dragoons are in a lot of trouble. So are the Archons. I guess the High Templar can defend themselves to a certain extent, but 27 kill Archon? I mean, sure, a lot of that were the High Templar before he turned into an Archon, but, you know. Dude, these High Templar are like, help us. Dude, this Lurker has got 4 kills, and I think 2 of them are High Templar. That's insane. Reinforcements cruising down here from Snow. Gonna try to shut that down, though. That was good. And Snow not denying this attempt by Soma to double expand, actually. This Zealot could maybe get some work done in this hatch at 6 o'clock, but Snow's attention is elsewhere. He is making Reavers. Oh, yeah. The Falcon Snow Reaver guarantee comes through. That's what I'm talking about. Lings have Adrenal and 1-1 and 2-2s on the way, but it's not quite there yet. And they're good, but they're not that good. Is this Zealot, like, just kind of hanging? I like how these Corsairs have not been moving for a while. Even Snow's immortal, you guys. Good Storm. Good Storm. Lings trying to pick off the High Templar. Got all of 1 hit point to him. Gonna Archon those guys. Thank you very much. The lurker spread here is great out of Snow. Obs come in, though, make the job a little bit easier. Like, you're still taking big-time damage from these lurkers. Ling's trying to jump on in here, but not quite enough of them to do that. Just distracting for a plague so the Defiler can escape is pretty nice. Hydras are at 2-1. Ground units for the Zerg player, or Protoss player, at 3-1-3. Snow has not lost a base yet, which is great. And the Zealot waited for the hatchery to finish and then decided to come go for it, which is honestly hilarious. Should be able to save it, though, with the Lurkers and Hydras. They recognize that's the case, and they're going to back out there. So, shuttles being produced. Reavers in the production tab as well. We're going to see some Reaver drops of some kind. Maybe some DT drops. Where did those DTs go? Just use them as part of the comp? Are they hiding somewhere? Did they kill a ton of drones and I just missed it? Possible, I guess. Plague. There it is. Ah, the double plague. The very rarely seen double plague. Again, hard to see on these red Protoss units, but still pretty fantastic. Ah, there it is. Reaver, Archon, unload. Bam. Hydra dead. And bam. Lurker eggs taking damage. And bam. Hydra dead. And once the Hydras are gone, we can pick up and get out of there. And the shuttle, it's no big deal. And shuttle wipes it out. Shuttle dies. Reaver alone, but still scary. Should have a couple kills to his name, right? Let's see how many kills he has. 3. He might kill this entire hatchery by himself. Snow coming left. Plague coming top left, trying to rescue his Reaver who's behind enemy lines. 5 kills. Go, Reaver, go. Snow, save the Reaver, stuck behind enemy lines. No, there's a Hydra on the high ground, sniping him. Nah. Reaver dies, but he did a lot of work anyway. Down to the south. Reavers and Zealots are going to town here at the 6 o'clock position, too. Drones dying. Lurkers causing all sorts of problems, but not saving these drones. Another plague storming the bridge as the Zerg try to come across it. Very World War II vibes here. Top left base is pretty vulnerable. There are no Niduses. Yeah, Soma doesn't have any Niduses at all. Dude, this Zealot. He's got 3 kills. What an absolute bad egg. Incredible stuff here. Wings are finally at 2-2 in Adrenal, which makes them great. They're getting a +3 ground carapace and more Reavers being produced. Snow pretty happy to be on 5 bases. He's not really attempting to go for a 6th base that I can tell anyway. High Templar snipe. There you go. That +3 melee attack is on the way. Ground units for the Protoss are at 3-1-3. So unless you want a shield upgrade, which are expensive, upgrades are going to be on pause for a minute here. This hatch died. Oh, that's right, because the Reaver weakened it, and then Zealots and Dragoons came in and killed it. Nice. Nice job, Reaver bro. Putting in some serious work here. So now all the pieces of the puzzle are ready to go for Snow. He's got Storm, he's got Zealots, he's got Dragoons and Archons, and he's got the Reavers in the mix here too. Oh gosh, careful. Careful with that Reaver inside that shuttle. Snow. Oh, okay, well. Archon doesn't save it, but tried his best, and sometimes you just don't succeed. Snow sneaking down to the south, but Soma sees that his army is heading down south to engage as well. Really, really fantastic map vision there. Ugh. the engage. Snow goes for it. I'm surprised he goes for it. Yeah, there's a lot of Zerg down here. He full-on retreats. Reaver dies. Snow's handling the Reavers not perfectly, but I'm not sure anyone has perfectly handled Snow Reavers before. Ooh, good Storm. You forgot about the High Templar for a minute, didn't you? Didn't you, Soma? So everything is plagued. Yeah, is Reaver plagued? Reaver's not plagued. Good Storm. And suddenly, there it is. Reinforcements coming down here to the south. Might be able to save the hatch, but no. Maybe one more Reaver shot, a couple more Archon. Blah, blah. And there it goes. Hatch down, 6 o'clock, dead. Reaver gets picked up at the very last second. Is alive, is extremely dead, though. Wow, the micro on display. These Archons, too. 11 kills, 9 kills. 1 kill. Get with the program, buddy. Dude, Snow is suddenly in control of this game. 166 to 133 supply. Snow is up. The 6 o'clock base is dead for Soma. This base is still not back from Soma. He doesn't exactly have the cash to double expand. He can single expand, which is what he's going to do here at the top left, which I think is the smarter thing than trying to take the 6 o'clock. It's a little bit further away. Harder to defend based on that. And Snow's not really taking another base, which is weird, right? But he's up 50 supply. Great. Storms are great. Look at all that blood splatter. The storm causes Zerglings to explode. Oh, another Zealot run by up into the top left. And again, no Sunkens, no... I guess there's a Lurker here. One Lurker will totally save the day. I take it back. You're fine, Soma. Who needs Sunkens? You know what's actually a bit crazy is he hasn't built a single Sunken the entire game. When's the last time you saw a Zerg player build 0 Sunkens against a Protoss and actually make it to the 26-minute mark? Because that's hard. Good job, Lurker. I mean, all you need's a Lurker. What did I say? 7 kills on that guy? Give him the Medal of Honor. Or whatever the Zerg equivalent is. Ow. That shuttle probably had a Reaver in it, and it's completely dead. Okay, Soma getting some work done. This base going to come up eventually. In fact, right about now. As Soma pushing out across the map. Defilers sort of unsupported. I guess maybe you plague the Zealots. Okay, maybe you plague the Zealots. Guys, maybe they're just fast enough to save themselves by running into the Lurkers. Okay, that was pretty good. I would have panicked and thrown down a plague there and probably died. Zealots are like, man, it's so nice not having to attack into Sunkens at all. We'll see if that comes back to bite Soma or not. But man, when you have to bust into your own base to do this. Okay, Ob sniped. Lurker undetected. That's a huge deal, but you can still storm it. You gotta storm it twice, but that's a lot of Protoss overwhelming this base on the left side. See you later, Hatch. For the second time. And now, Reaver's unloading. Baba, top left base gonna die. This might be the death knell for Soma. And man, maybe it was the Sunkens. Maybe he did need some Lurker Sunken combo if he was going to win this game. Maybe just relying on Lurkers and Hydras and Defilers and Lings was not enough. Hatch down, hatch down, hatch down. Soma knocked down to 2 mining bases. By that I mean there's 1 mining base and it's only minerals. Not that Snow has a ton going for him either, because this base is pretty much mined out. But this base is still working, and that's a lot more than what's going on here. Yeah, from Soma, as these mineral patches are both basically dead. So Soma might actually be able to clean out this attack at the top right, which is... wow, okay. Actually, no, he was not able to do that. The Zealots and the Archons were too much, and that's a GG. Soma couldn't retake that top left and tapped out, because what else are you gonna do? That was a great, great win from our guy, Snow, but that's the guy. That's the guy, man. You clicked on this because you're like, Snow is a monster. I love watching him play. And he does. You do, and he does. Wait, he is a monster, I guess, is the correct verbiage there. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot going on. He probably should have expanded a while ago, but he was too busy making stuff to defend and to attack Soma, and that was great. Yeah. I still think Sunkens plus the Lurkers are kind of the mathematical equation that keeps Zealots from just kind of crushing into your base. But if you don't have any Sunkens at all, yeah, you maybe have a better drone count, but keeping your bases alive is harder, and really, really great game. A bit of an unorthodox decision here from Snow to completely skip that static defense, but it didn't pay off for him this time, and I wonder if it will next time. Wonder if he learned a lesson here. He probably did. But yeah, Reavers, Archons, High Templar, speed lots, the great upgrades all over the place. The Lings didn't quite get 3-3 until late in the game, and that was a problem. So, good job, Snow. Great defense of his bases. Didn't lose a single base, and then great offense. Really, really solidified that win for him. 278,000 and 237,000 points. 8-3 out production ratio by the Zerg, but a 3-1 kill-death ratio from the Protoss is pretty impressive. Buildings raised 4-0 by Snow, and that is an outspend by the Zerg by only about 2,000 resources, which is brutal in a 30-minute game, and that's just his bases dying. When your bases die, it's a lot harder for you to keep up economically and have that economic lead against the Protoss that you need to beat them. It's very simple stuff sometimes with the economics, but that's what it was. So, GG Snow. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.